Starting with the breaking news in this bulletin, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has rebuked Subramanian Swamy. The Prime Minister has also said, no one, and I quote, no one is bigger than the party. If someone is making comments to seek publicity, it is wrong. I am very clear about this, unquote. Finance Minister Jaitly has been very upset with Subramanian Swamy for constantly taking pot shots at him and his team of bureaucrats. The Prime Minister, in fact, has now made it clear that he doesn't agree with the manner in which Swamy has been going about attacking Finance Ministry officials or his outbursts against Arun Jaitely. The Prime Minister has also come out in strong support of outgoing RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan. The Prime Minister has said, and I quote again, Raghuram Rajan is as much a patriot as anyone else. He has contributed immensely to the country, unquote. Let me go across to my colleague Brijesh Pandey for more on this. Brijesh, the Prime Minister finally breaking his silence and coming out harshly against Subramanian Swamy.
Well, Ankit, I think there are two takeaways from this this rebuke of Prime Minister Narendra Modi against Subramanian Swamy. A, the Prime Minister has finally broken his silence. It must be music to Arun Jaitly's ears and all those who are actually waiting to hear from him. He also categorically stated that, any attempt to seek publicity should be discouraged and the maximum go. And the fact also is that, that nobody is bigger than the institution. He also praised Raghuram Rajan, as you just read out. But the fact of the matter, Ankit, also is that this has come a touch too little too late, in the sense that, when Raghuram Rajan's integrity was being attacked left, right and center by Subramanian Swamy, and which finally led to his ouster, there was not a single comment or a support which came out either from the government or the party.
Yeah.
So, as far as Raghuram Rajan is concerned, it's a touch too little too late. But yes, this would be music to Arun Jaitly's ears, as well as people who were slightly apprehensive about the way Subramanian Swamy was going after Jaitly and his group of bureaucrats.
Brijesh, very interestingly, just picking up from what you were saying, I have two questions. Number one, as you said, it possibly has come a little too late. His backing of Raghuram Rajan for over a period of time, he was under tremendous attack from Subramanian Swamy. He finally chose to not to take. Okay, let me first go across to Mr. Tom Vadakkan of the Congress Party, who is also on the phone line with us. Mr. Vadakkan, the Prime Minister breaking his silence. He has supported Raghuram Rajan and has completely gone after Subramanian Swamy. He has rebuked him for the manner in which he has targeted Finance Ministry officials.
Well, I thought it was a little late in the day, because general perception is that he is the unofficial spokesman of the Prime Minister, because he has candidly said that he only talks to the party president and the Prime Minister, which is in public domain. This is not Congress Party saying this. A. B. If the Bharatiya Janata Party's gift to the Parliament, to the Rajya Sabha, was Dr. Swamy, then he is a liability, because ultimately the guns will turn. They have made a wrong calculation. They look at, if they have seen history,
yes,
they would see what has happened to AIDMK leader. She took him as part of her team, and what she was pursued to where she went by the same gentleman under the circumstances. If a little study of history has been done on the backgrounds of this gentleman, what all has he said on Atal Bihari Vajpayee?
Yeah.
Have they forgotten it? If memory is so short, then nemesis is bound to catch up.
Okay,
That's
sir, just stay on with me. We are also now joined on the phone line by your party colleague, Mr. Manishankar Iyer. Mr. Iyer, how do you see this rebuke from the Prime Minister? Mr. Vadakkan was saying it is too little, too late. Does it mean that, it's a part of a ploy? Let Swamy first go attack and then after some time just come out and rebuke him publicly?
Well, if you look at the history of Subramanian Swamy, he's a unique politician. He's never left his party. All his parties have left him. He is such a wild eccentric with such a dirty tongue that all the time and every time he says things that put off not only his enemies but also his alleged friends. And therefore this falls into a pattern. Yes, I agree with my colleague, with my party colleague, that it's a little too little and a little too late. But anyway, better late than never. And I do hope that by reining him in, he will succeed. I greatly doubt that Modi will really succeed because this guy's tongue runs away with him. But let's see what the future holds.
Before I go to Mr. Rahul Navrekar of the NCP, sir, a quick question again to you, Mr. Shankar. Do you think that if the Prime Minister possibly could have put his weight behind Raghuram Rajan the way he has now, possibly there could have been, a rethink about him parting ways with the government? Mr. Mani Shankar, are you there, sir?
You're asking me?
Yes, sir.
Well, he obviously should have done it, but there I think Subramanian Swamy spotted that Modi and Jaitly between them were trying to get rid of a Congress-appointed governor of the Reserve Bank of India. And therefore he just availed of that opportunity to be abusive about an extraordinarily capable young man. I'm talking of the governor, Raghuram Rajan. But this time he has overstepped the mark, and I'm glad that he's being pulled up, but it should have been done much earlier. Nevertheless, I do not think a person like Swamy is capable of being taught anything. He's not capable of learning anything, and therefore this kind of thing is going to continue. Abuse comes as naturally to his tongue as breath comes into your lungs.
Very important point you're making there, Sir. Rahul Navrekar of the NCP also joining us on the phone line. Mr. Navrekar, how do you see this rebuke from the Prime Minister? Do you think that possibly the party should have taken some disciplinary action rather than only the Prime Minister now, after so much of public Subramanian Swamy publicly going after Finance Minister along with other people from his ministry? Some action possibly should have been taken to teach him a lesson rather than the Prime Minister's rebuke.
Well, I'm completely in agreement with the fact that the Honorable Prime Minister's words are too little, too late. I think stern action should have been taken against Mr. Swamy by the Bharatiya Janata Party at the first instance itself, which perhaps would have put a check on his further embarrassing statements with regards to various bureaucrats and people occupying constitutional posts, unwarranted criticism, unexplainable and absolutely uncalled for. I think action speaks louder than words. I would have expected the Honorable Prime Minister to initiate necessary disciplinary action against him rather than using firm words, because I doubt if Mr. Swamy is the kind of people who would be controlled by words. So I think it's too little that the Prime Minister has done, and if he's serious about controlling such unwarranted and uncalled for comments in the future from Mr. Swamy, it's time that he initiates necessary action against him.
Mr. Navrekar, also, what would you like to say to people, those who in fact call it a clever ploy by the BJP? First, they have in fact put him there in Rajya Sabha. It is on the BJP's backing that Mr. Subramanian Swamy has been able to become a Rajya Sabha MP. Many have been saying that he possibly speaks the Prime Minister's line. He toes the Prime Minister's line. So now just trying to pull him back a little bit so that the criticism, the massive criticism that has come through and the infighting could also somehow be quelled.
Well, this is exactly what I have said some time back on some other television channel, that the Prime Minister, this government and the Bharatiya Janata Party along with the RSS is trying to play blue hot and cold at the same time. It's the good cop, bad cop theory which they have resorted to. Mr. Swamy is saying things which the government perhaps can't do directly or say directly. So he is being allowed to say things which the government perhaps can't say directly. And therefore, I think therefore I said action speaks louder than words. If the Prime Minister and the Bharatiya Janata Party are serious about curbing such unwarranted comments, they should initiate necessary action against Mr. Swamy and ensure that none of their members in the future speak out of turn and make such irresponsible and uncalled for comments.
So before I let you go, one last question. What would you say to the comments that the Prime Minister has made on Raghuram Rajan? Almost now backing him up or talking about he is as patriot as anybody else and his contribution as far as the Indian economy is concerned. Do you think it came a little too late? He should have possibly put his weight behind Raghuram Rajan a little earlier. Possibly he would have stayed as the governor of RBI.
You're absolutely right. With due respect to the Honorable Prime Minister of this country, I think it is certainly too late and definitely too little.
Thank you so much, Mr. Navrekar. Now, let me go across to Manisha Gandhi of the Shiv Sena, who is joining us on the phone line on this story. Manisha, how do you see this rebuke of Subramanian Swamy by the Prime Minister?
This has come a little late in the day because already he spoke about the RBI governor, then turning to the economic advisor and also making some uncalled for comment, the waiter comment regarding the finance minister of the country. So basically the intention of taking in or inducting Mr. Subramanian Swamy on the Rajya Sabha was probably to counter or attack the Congress. But somewhere things seem to be going wrong, and it's become an embarrassing situation for the government.
Manisha, also, Shiv Sena has also been seen as a party which is very critical to their own alliance partner, Subramanian Swamy, possibly doing the same within the BJP. How do you see this going down as far as the the party is concerned? I mean, possibly Subramanian Swamy was a delight as far as all the critiques and opposition of the BJP is concerned.
The Shiv Sena may have been critical, but there are never personal attacks. It's regarding criticizing certain government policies or decisions of the government. But here there is an MP from the ruling party itself, from the BJP, and one by one, first the RBI governor, then the economic advisor. So definitely there seems to be something going wrong there, because we are a different party. Though we are in the alliance, but we have been critical of the government's policies.
Yeah.
But here this is directly commenting on the finance minister.
Would you say that possibly Prime Minister or even the party should have taken some sort of an action rather than only speaking or rebuking Subramanian Swamy? Remember, he has already the party president and many senior party ministers and colleagues have already asked him to exercise restraint, to act with caution. All that has never worked with Subramanian Swamy.
Yeah, even his meeting in the KC College in Mumbai was called off. And the party put a gag on him. So there seems to be something going on up there. We don't know who has instilled confidence into Subramanian Swamy and with the spirit that he is talking one by one, talking one after the other on the different government people.
Okay.
So, but there seems to be some other design. We really don't know who is behind all this.
All right. So there seems to be some other design to this entire drama, possibly. Let me also go across to Mr. D. Raja of the CPI, who's joining us on the phone line. Mr. Raja, how do you see this rebuke of the Prime Minister, of Subramanian Swamy by the Prime Minister? Do you think it has come a little too late? He is, of course, a Rajya Sabha MP, your colleague in the upper house, and the way, of course, he has been criticized by the opposition for completely being a motor mouth. Now, Prime Minister finally waking up to it when the fight has reached his doorsteps.
Let us wait what Mr. Subramanian Swamy is going to say or react to the rebuke made by the Prime Minister, because Subramanian Swamy is one of their leaders, and he is a BJP member in Rajya Sabha in Parliament, and he claims he is close to the BJP chief, Mr. Amit Shah, and the Prime Minister, Ms. Modi, and he claims he is close to RSS leadership. He is not only speaking about Mr. Raghuram Rajan or Arvind Subramanian, he is speaking on the temple issue, and he is proposing a Krishna package to resolve the issue. and who has given him that kind of authority? And this is what one should try to understand. BJP leaders are speaking in multiple voices and in fourth tongue, and whose position is really party's position, whose position is not party's position. Nobody knows. People are confused and diverted from the real issues of the country and its future.
Mr. Raja, would you like to also see some sort of an action being taken against Subramanian Swamy?
Yeah, I do not know. We'll have to wait and see how Mr. Swamy is going to react. Because action means what action? There can be some advice here and there. But whether he is willing to accept his own party's advice or Prime Minister's rebuke or advice, we will have to wait and see, because certain things are happening. That is why I said BJP leaders are speaking in multiple voices and hearing different views. Many views are contrary to the fundamental positions of the Indian Constitution.
Yes.
And they are not ordinary people. They are holding official positions.
Yes.
But they keep talking against the very Constitution. So we'll have to wait and see, and people will have to look at the pattern, or somebody has said the design, a kind of a sinister design that is being staged. Now we will have to wait and see.
Mr. Raja, before I let you go, sir, one last question about the Prime Minister putting his weight behind Raghuram Rajan. Now, of course, coming out and supporting Raghuram Rajan, saying that he is as patriot as anybody else, and also acknowledging his contribution to the Indian economy. Do you think it is a little too late after, or possibly he is trying to just specify some nerves as far as the industry and the big industrialists are concerned?
No, whether it is late or on time, that is not my concern. What is this? Every issue becomes an issue on which somebody has to certify. One is a patriot or not patriot. One is a national or anti-national. What is happening in this country? After all, there is a constitution. Prime Minister himself claimed in the US Congress, Constitution is the holy book. Everybody should respect that Constitution. But what is this? Every issue is being made, blown up as an issue on which one has to certify if the person is patriot or not. This is what Prime Minister himself is doing.
Very important point you made there, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Let me just quickly go back to Manisha Kande, who's patiently waiting on the phone line. Ms. Kande, that was a very important and interesting point that Mr. Raja made. Though the Prime Minister has, in fact, somehow supported Raghuram Rajan, but in the end, of course, sort of giving him that patriotic tag. So it has almost in this government become very easy when Subramanian Swamy just comes and calls somebody unpatriotic, and then the Prime Minister gives him the patriotic tag. It seems that all the discourse has become about patriotism as far as this government is concerned.
Well, now that the Prime Minister is globetrotting, and even the reactions that came when it was being felt that now the RBI governor will quit. So there were a lot of comments on the Facebook, social media, and people expressing their displeasure over it. So somewhere there seems to be an afterthought, and that has probably compelled the Prime Minister to come and speak up and comment on this issue.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving your time to us and sharing your comments on this big breaking story. The Prime Minister finally breaking his silence as far as Subramanian Swamy, the motor mouth member of Parliament of the upper house of the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, who has not only gone against the Congress first family, but has also trained his guns inwards in the party and on the government, the finance minister particularly in the line of fire of Subramanian Swamy.